Judge, today's case, mixed signals.
She has been shot. She had a heart attack, and he didn't care enough to be there. We gotta find out if that was just a bump in the road or the end of it altogether.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Danielle Richardson and Darnell Daniels. The two of you have been together for 10 years on or off. You don't have any children together. Ms. Richardson, you are seeking $170 from Mr. Daniels, and we'll talk about that momentarily. But before we do, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Your Honor, I'm here this morning just because I'm tired of fighting for something that I have no idea if it's even real, if he wants to be there anymore. I'm tired of exerting all of my energy into someone who's not giving me the same thing back. It's a lot to give your all to someone that's not giving it back to you. I was shot 3 times. I haven't seen him in 4 months, but I was shot 3 times, and when I was in the hospital, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And when I was in the hospital, Darnell had already moved to Atlanta, and I wasn't, he didn't come and see me. From there.
Were you in another city, or were you in Atlanta as well?
I was in another city. I was back at home. He had moved. He got a great opportunity for a job, and he left. And I was at home. And like I said, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I was shot 3 times, and I actually.
Did he call? Did he?
He called. He called, but it's a blessing that I'm even here today, because following me being shot, I ended up having a heart attack in this March, and he wasn't able to come to Buffalo then either. So I've been going through a lot of this by myself. I ended up losing.
How long after you got shot did you have the heart attack?
It hadn't even been a year. It was just from all the stress and everything. I lost my vision in my left eye. I lost.
I mean, you're in your 20s. That's early to have a heart attack. There wasn't any underlying.
It's the stress of everything. I didn't understand what was going on with myself. I started suffering from PTSD. I started having a lot of issues. And
take your time. Take your time.
Even with him not being there physically, Darnell, this is my first time telling somebody that I don't know. Everybody else, when I walk into the room, they already know what happened to me, and I don't have to talk about it. Even with Darnell not being there, I wanted him to be there. Darnell has been there for me in so many ways. Like, when I talk to him, he keeps me going as far as talking to him. And that's probably the reason why I get so upset that he's not there, because of the fact that he knows how to calm me down. He knows how to deal with me. He knows everything.
He can bring you peace.
He brings peace to me. Like, everything that this man does, like, he gets on my last nerve, but he knows how to deal with me. He knows how to make anybody smile. Mm-hmm. Anytime you walk past him, he knows how to make a stranger smile. And
all right, Mr. Daniels, don't smile yet. When she got shot, were you two in a relationship? You say you've been on and off. Were you together then, or were you not together?
Yes, Your Honor, we were together at that moment.
Why no flying in like Superman?
Well, sometimes you can't just drop everything and go. I had literally just moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I wasn't able to just financially get up and leave at that moment. I did talk to her every day on the phone as much as I can, but due to finances, I was not able to just drop everything and leave right away.
You couldn't borrow money or something? I mean, somebody shot my dude. Even if I was I would find something.
Living in poverty, it's hard to borrow money from other people.
How about the heart attack? Were you together when she had the heart attack?
At that moment, we were most likely together because it's just been on and off.
And you couldn't come to see her then either?
No, I was not able to go see her. Even
that was a year later?
Yeah.
And so what happened?
I mean, I wasn't able to make it. Financially, I couldn't just jump up and leave. You never know whatever other people are going through. Like, I always tell her all the time, like, you know, I had to take care of things on my own out here. I'm by myself. I got to make sure my bills are paid and things like that, so I'm not living out here on these streets. So, with that being said, I couldn't just jump up and leave when people just tell me to jump up and leave. I mean, I'm there mentally, but I'm not there physically with her.
So in a crisis, anybody in your family have a life and death crisis, you know, your cash ain't right, you just ain't going?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you hear that?
I heard it. But,
Tell me about the birthday. When he said he was coming into town for your birthday.
he said he was gonna come to town for my birthday. Like I said, this is, the heart attack happened this year in March, and this was my first birthday after the shoot, and so I'm really celebrating life at this point in time. I went ahead, I got myself a new outfit, I got my makeup done and everything. I dyed my wig, you know, it was a lot of stuff that I did, and then, you know, he was just like, can't make it. You know what I'm saying? Like this new job that he got, I'm proud of him. He got a new job and he's been working hard, but I guess the job, he wasn't able to make it, but he didn't tell me until I was waiting for him.
Is that you on your birthday? Looking all cute.
Oh yeah, that's me. See how cute I was?
That's a short whatever you got on.
You don't look cute.
I don't look cute. Darnell is the type of person, I promise you, I could call Darnell. Darnell done had a dog that he had to walk. Darnell has never had a dog. I could call Darnell. And I start talking to him about something that he doesn't want to talk about, and he's gonna tell me, let me call you right back, I gotta fold the dishes.
Did you tell her you had to fold the dishes? You say he's a big liar. What do you mean he's a big liar?
Darnell is the type of person, I promise you, I could call Darnell. Darnell done had a dog that he had to walk. Darnell has never had a dog. I could call Darnell. And I start talking to him about something that he doesn't want to talk about, and he's gonna tell me, let me call you right back, I gotta fold the dishes. That's the type of stuff, exactly. And I'm just at the point, like, he lies about stuff like that, just like Darnell went on this camping trip. Darnell has never been in the woods a day in his life. To this day, I still think he was hanging with some girl. Like, I really don't. He's told me many stories. I really don't know. To his knowledge, I believe that he was in the woods camping. I just pacify him with believing that he was in the woods camping just because of the fact that I got so much love for him. I love him so much.
You gonna let that go?
I'm gonna let that go. Go ahead.
Did you tell her you would have to fold the dishes?
Of course. See what happens, Your Honor. When Danielle calls, I don't like to be around negative people. Life is like Legos. When you build something up, you can knock it back down by just saying one wrong thing. Then you gotta build yourself back up again. If I'm negative on the phone, or if she's negative on the phone, I'm gonna be negative to the next person, which will bring their spirits down. Next thing you know, everybody's gonna be down. I like to be positive. I like positive energy around me at all times.
Is her energy not positive?
Barely.
Wow.
You know?
I mean, I'm just saying,
Give me an example of how she brings you down, like a conversation where she'll just take it negative. Give me...
Okay. So you could be on the phone with Danielle. Hey, Danielle, how's your day going today? You know, today my refrigerator just stopped working, my stove just stopped working. I had to run to the store. They didn't have what I wanted inside the store. I'm just going through so much right now. I'm not able to eat. I'm not able to do this. I'm not able to do that. I only asked you, how was your day going? I didn't ask you for a life story of bad events of what's going on in your life right now, right at the moment. And there's so much of that builds up. You know, you can only do so much, like, oh, Danielle, we're gonna do this, this, and this to get you better. I can only say so much. After a while, it's just, I don't want to keep hearing the negative things.
Yeah, Anna, can I say something?
Please.
Let me tell you something. I've been going through so much in the past 2 years. Yes. Everything has not been good. Like, you have to understand, every other day I'm in the hospital, every other day I'm dealing with this, every other day. Like, I ended up losing, you got to realize, with me, I was in the nursing home for 37 days after I had the heart attack. I wasn't able to work for months after I got shot. So my financial situation, you gotta think about it. If I was booked to go ahead and sing someplace, I couldn't do it. I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm messing you up because I'm complaining about what I'm going through, because I'm going through it. You're not feeling what I feel. I take 5 medications a day because of the fact that I still have a bullet lodged in my shoulder.
You say that she won't post pictures of you on social media.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you post a picture of me by myself, all dressed up, 700 likes. I post a picture with me and him, it's gonna be 22.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV.
I know how I am.
Right.
I'm hard to deal with. But he been dealing with me since we were friends. We were friends since childhood before we even got into a relationship. He knows exactly how I am. I've been that way. Why are you trying to act like I'm just pissing you off now? You get? I don't get it.
You've
Mr.
always
Daniels-
been the same way.
Has her attitude changed over time? Has she gotten increasingly dark as the years have gone by? Or is that darkness a function of a particularly hectic and horrible period in her life?
Danielle's always in drama.
Always in drama.
Always in drama. So there's not a part of life where I just don't remember her not being in drama. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong, she was picked on as a kid and things like that, and I had to stand up for her and stuff, and she stood her own grounds.
I mean, well,
so
he
maybe
picked
that
up on
is
me
a
too.
part that, my apologies.
Thank you.
Maybe that is a part of, why she grew up the way she grew up and things. But I'm just blessed and glad that she's not the same way that she was a few years ago.
You say that she won't post pictures of you on social media.
Right. How are we in a
Tell me
relationship
about
with
that.
you don't
Tell
post
me about
pictures?
that. Mr. Daniels, I don't understand the whole concept of if you love me, you'll post me, but that's just me. What doesn't she do, and why does it bother you that she doesn't do it?
So, usually, you see people living their best life, posting with their significant other. I've never seen Danielle post me on Facebook. Never.
But you're not there with her. Aren't you in different cities?
No, we were together for a while in Buffalo.
Before or after she got shot?
Before.
Okay. But after that, how's she gonna post pictures of you together? I mean, that was a couple years ago, right?
True.
So how's she gonna post?
Even back then.
Help me out.
I mean, even back then, she never posted me back then.
Did you not
She don't
post
know.
him?
She don't ever talk about me.
Did you not post him?
Your Honor, I didn't post him. And let me tell you something, but it didn't stop me from, I was always tagging him and stuff, like on Facebook. If somebody was to be on my page, they would say, well, who is Darnell? You know what I'm saying? They obviously would realize, okay, you and Darnell went out to eat. You and Darnell this. We always talking about stuff, always tagging each other, always have, like we're always.
So he wasn't a secret at all?
Yeah, he wasn't a secret. I just didn't want to post pictures with him. I would rather, I'm gonna tell you right now, you post a picture of me by myself, all dressed up, 700 likes. I post a picture with me and him, it's gonna be 22. I know. Nobody cares.
Mr. Daniels.
Especially when a lot of guys are following me, but at the same time, I do that when I go, like when I'm performing, there are people that stop and talk to me. Women talk to me, you know what I'm saying? They go out on dates and stuff at couples events and girls night out, but then guys will come up to me after and be like, can I buy you a shot or can I do this? I'm gonna entertain you. I don't want them to feel like I'm not accessible. If they see me posting family pictures with Darnell, some people might be bold enough to try and talk to me, but they're not gonna really approach me. They're not gonna try and engage with me, and they're not gonna feel like they have a reason to come see me.
I got you.
Bet you'll talk to
Mr.
me,
Daniels,
too.
I'm gonna ask you.
That's how you feel?
I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I want you to tell her how you really feel about staying in a relationship with her. I know you're here because you say you're ending the relationship, but what I think is happening with this on and off for 10 years is she's still in it and you're not. I want you to tell her, look at her and tell her what it is you want, what you don't want, what you're in for, and what you're not up for.
To be honest with you, at this moment in time, Danielle, I am truly done. I cannot keep going on back and forth and things like that. I don't have time. I'm trying to live my best life just like you. So with that being said, we can still always be friends. I will always be here for you. I'm only one call away, but relationship-wise, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Now, Ms.
I hate to say it that way, but it is what it is.
Ms. Richardson, here's why I asked you to hear that. Mrs. Richardson.
See, he want to be an active fool. That's
No.
what he
Oh,
wants.
no. Ms. Richardson, look at me. Before, when he said a couple of things, remember I asked you, did you hear him? Mm-hmm. He said that he don't want you 19 different ways. He said it when he didn't show for the heart attack. He said when he didn't show for the gunshot. He said it twice in here when he was talking about live your best life and all that kind of stuff. He keeps saying it, and I don't think you hear it. My mother always told me, never make a man tell you he doesn't want you more than once. He done told you 19 times. And I know you're hurt. Ms. Richardson, I know you're hurt, but I need you to hear that. Because he's telling you, I don't want you, and you know what? It don't matter. You're beautiful, you're talented, you have abilities, you're in your 20s. I got a book for young women in their 20s. I'm gonna show you something. See, it's a whole big, thick book. The part about men is that big in the back. This part is about the beauty, the depth, the breadth, the passion, the love, the excitement, the greatness that it is to be a young woman. It's to the daughter I never had. He's optional, not definitional. He should be something that you can choose, but he does not define you. No man ever does. And I want you to believe that, and I want you to feel that, and I want you to know that and understand that, because that's what he's telling you. And often women have a very, very hard time hearing it. They can say, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you. I don't want you. And all we hear is the and miss the rest of it. It doesn't mean nothing about you. You're fabulous. You're absolutely fabulous. And I want you to remember that. I want you to know that. I want you to read that book and remind yourself how fabulous you are. Now, you have absolutely no legal recourse for that $170. However, since he made that snarky comment about how Cash App you to 170, I'm gonna make it an order. $170 in favor.
All right, after hearing what Judge Lynn had to say, what's your reaction?
I'm just finished with her. I mean, I'm done completely. I don't have time for the mixed signals and keep going back and forth with Danielle, so I'll just go ahead and move on with my life like I've been doing, and that's about it.
Do you regret not going to see her when she did get shot and the heart attack and all those?
My biggest regret is the fact that I was actually the one who paid for that Uber for her to go over to that place, you know, but I do regret not going to go see her because I should have been there for her.
Mm-hmm. What's next for you?
Next for me?
Yeah.
Live my best life, you know.